Did you give them my details?
Because you've given me your details.
Right, that's against the law. It's a breach of my personal data. You should not have done that.
Paid.
Wait till you see this one. A man tries to pay for fuel with what he claims is official UK legal tender, and somehow this escalates into a full-on civil versus criminal standoff inside a petrol station. But here's the kicker. He might actually be legally right. Let's break it down.
Pardon?
Did you want to talk to me?
Yes, so obviously you've handed over the coins as tender.
Yeah.
Obviously it is legal tender, you are correct.
Yeah.
But as Sainsbury's, we aren't obliged to take that because we aren't able to bank that here. So unfortunately we will have to ask for some other means of payment to purchase that fuel.
What do you think legal tender actually means?
Pardon?
What do you think legal tender means?
I'm not into...
So right off the bat, the customer's technically correct. Coins are legal tender. But here's the twist. A business doesn't have to accept every form of it. Legal tender only protects you from being sued for unpaid debt. It doesn't force a shop to take your money. Confusing? That's why this moment matters.
To debate about that, we're not accepting that as a tender here. It's a private company.
So you accept it as legal tender?
Yeah, but we can't bank that here. We don't have the means to bank it, so we don't accept it.
That's not my problem if you can't bank it, is it?
Well, yeah, but we don't accept it.
Well, you already have.
No, we haven't. You just put it down.
No, I gave it to the lady and she put it in her hand. I didn't put it down.
Not accepting it.
I think it is.
No, it's not. So, do you have any other means?
I think you're obliged to give me a receipt, aren't you, though? Because
we haven't processed the transaction because we haven't accepted it.
And there it is. The word civil recovery issue. Translation. They're saying this isn't theft, but a private payment dispute. The store's drawing a line between criminal and civil. But is that actually how the law works when you've already handed over money?
well, I think you're obliged to give me a VAT receipt by law, aren't you?
If we process the transaction, correct, but we have not processed any transaction.
Okay.
So, have you got any other means of payment?
That is my means of payment.
So, have you not got any other means?
But that is my means of payment.
Well, and we can't accept that means.
Well, then you're just saying that you don't want to debate it, but then you're kind of debating it, aren't you?
Well, no, because it's quite simple.
Right. So okay, let's go back to the question. And what does legal tender mean?
No, yeah, we understand what legal tender means.
What is legal tender then? Can you explain what legal tender is then?
No, I'm not explaining that.
Would you want me to explain it to you?
No. Have you got another means of payment, or do we just need to process it as a civil recovery issue?
Well, I've paid.
Well, we haven't accepted it.
You don't need to. Well, you have accepted it. Well, I haven't got the money, have I? You've got the money.
Well, we can give it back to you.
Well, I don't want it back.
Well, so, it's up to you.
I've been quite reasonable in waiting this long. You know, being quite patient.
I understand that, but unfortunately we aren't able to take the payment.
Okay, well, I didn't have trouble at another Sainsbury's.
Alright, well, I don't understand what they've done differently. What Sainsbury's is that?
The one in Exeter.
Which one in Exeter?
The one near the one near, I'm not that familiar with Exeter, but it's the one nearer the road that goes to Cornwall, not the one further into town. Is it Exwick or is it Alphington?
Yeah.
Alphington one.
Okay, well,
He gave me the change, gave me a receipt.
Alright, well, I can speak to Alphington because they're going to have problems with banking that money, so they've lost that money.
Well, I haven't lost the money, they've got the money. It is money.
Yeah, but
that is money.
Can't bank it.
That is money.
Yeah,
that is money.
So, do you have another means of payment, or?
Yeah, but why should I give you another means of payment? It's like you saying that you're refusing to accept a £50 note, isn't it?
Yeah, but as a private company, we can refuse and accept what we would like to accept.
Yeah, but you can't advertise that a customer can take.
Well, we also
hang on.
You can only have 30 litres, but you have overfilled, so you haven't read what we can do and what we can't do anyway. So we're not going to go into that debate. So you either have other means of tender, or we're just going to process it as civil recovery.
I've paid. So
we haven't accepted the transaction.
Yeah, but I've paid. I've got video footage of you accepting it.
You've paid down. And why are you filming our police? Because that is
This is where things heat up. The officer arrives, and instantly, identification becomes the focus. In UK law, an officer must identify themselves when asked during a public interaction. Watch how this one handles it, and whether she keeps her calm as the debate shifts to royal authority.
You know, against the law.
Are you
film
filming?
someone against their wish.
Are you filming?
Because you're on private property.
Yeah, but you're
This
filming,
is
aren't
private property. We're
Yeah.
allowed to do what we like.
you? Okay. Well, that's a civil dispute anyway, isn't it?
So, yeah. Well, so are we processing as it? Because we've got your.
It's up to you how you process it. You can process it how you like. You can melt it down if you like.
So would we like to go and get your money back, and then?
No,
we'll
that's
process
your
it?
money now. It's not my money.
No,
Not
we've
my
not
money back.
accepted it. We've not accepted it.
It's your money.
Would you like to go and get the money?
Well, I'm not. I won't have it back. See?
Once we get that and go to the hospital and get money out, we can do that. Alternatively, I know that there are forms.
Are you a police officer?
Yes,
Right. Can you identify yourself, please?
of course can.
Why aren't you wearing your badges then?
Because I haven't
Shoulder
started my
pads.
shift.
What number are you?
1866, Bridgewater Police Station.
Mrs. Bradshaw, Miss
That's
Bradshaw.
correct.
That's actually a solid argument. He's quoting royal proclamation, the Queen declaring coins as legal tender across the UK. But here's the legal loophole. Legal tender applies when settling a debt, not necessarily making a purchase. He's mixing contract law with monetary law, which honestly is what makes this scene brilliant and chaotic at once.
Miss.
Hi, Miss.
Hi.
Right.
I understand that you've paid, but the tender that you've given them, they can't
I
bank.
don't want that back. I'll just leave a little crack so I can hear you. Go on.
Okay, so they've asked for another form of payment because
Yeah.
they can't accept this form. Have you got another form of payment on you?
That is my payment.
Right, okay, but that's not tender that they can accept.
Yes, it
So
is.
they're asking for another form
Yes,
of
it
payment.
is. Let me explain something to you. When you was training to be a police officer at the beginning, yeah, you swore an oath, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember what the first sentence of the oath was? Go on.
It's been a long time.
All right. I'll give you a clue. It's about the Queen.
Yeah.
It was to
Correct.
serve the Queen faithfully.
Correct.
Right. Now those coins are legal tender by royal proclamation of the Queen herself.
Okay.
Right. She's authorised within the legislation for the Royal Mint to create those coins, and when she proclaimed them to be legal tender, she said that they are legal tender for payment throughout the United Kingdom.
Okay.
Right now, they've allowed me to take goods, and they've allowed me to take goods, and then pay after the event.
Yeah.
When the fuel goes into my vehicle, it becomes my fuel, but then it becomes a debt. Okay, now the whole point of legal tender is that you can use it to pay a debt. As the Queen said, it's for payment throughout the United Kingdom.
Okay.
So they don't have to accept it, and if they was to give it back to me, it would negate the debt. Okay, it's not a police matter; it's a civil dispute. So really,
understand that.
you know, I mean, really, you should be telling them that it's a civil dispute.
I've just spoken to them and said about the document whereby you can come back and pay within 24 hours. They're saying that they don't want to accept the tender that you've
Right.
given them. Is there an alternative method?
I'm not going to pay it any other way.
This is the heart of the whole drama. If you pay and they refuse to accept, who's in the wrong? It's like trying to return a ball you never caught. The store's saying no transaction happened, but the customer's saying I already paid. Debt cleared. Honestly, this is law school meets soap opera.
I've already paid. Okay, and regarding that document, it's called a no means to pay document, isn't it? Right, I'm not filling out a no means to pay document when I have got the means to pay and I've paid. It's almost like an acceptance that I haven't got the means to pay when I have.
Okay,
The,
then they
the
don't
Queen
want to
said
accept
that,
the
they're for,
tender.
yeah, but the Queen said that it's a legal tender for payment throughout the United Kingdom.
May I take your name, please?
No. Oh, yes you will, because I'm driving.
Sorry?
Yes you can, because I'm driving. Sorry. There you go. Although technically parked up on private land.
Tiverton, is that where you still live?
Yeah.
Thank you. obviously the gentleman seems quite calm. If anything was to escalate, then call us back.
Can we have his
No, I'll be going soon.
Sorry?
I'll be going soon, as soon as I've finished dealing with it.
Is that the money?
No, I don't want that. If you give it back, then it negates the debt. Did you see that, officer? Officer?
Yes,
I've paid and she's thrown the money back in.
They've asked for another form of
No,
payment.
she's thrown the money back in.
Okay.
Do you understand? Can you explain to them that that negates the debt? You can't pay someone and then they just throw the money back at you.
Do the paperwork.
Do you want to remind them of that? Do you want to remind them of that? There you go. That's your money.
So that's the details of the transaction, sir, okay?
Ma'am, can you show it to me? I've paid it though.
Yeah, but it's unacceptable tender.
Officer, did you witness them give me the coins back, didn't you? And when I have paid, yeah?
I've witnessed them give you the coins back. I've also witnessed them say that it's unacceptable tender. They're not willing to accept it. Therefore, they've asked for another form of payment. You haven't provided it, so that's hence why they're giving you the form.
Well, I don't want that. Can you give these coins back to her, or can you keep them as evidence?
I'm not giving the coins back.
Well, you know, you do realise it negates the debt anyway.
They haven't accepted
Well, I
it.
don't want that either. And that's nothing to do with me. I would like a receipt though,
Well,
please.
You've been
I
served
can't
with
give you
it.
a receipt. The transaction's still outstanding, I'm afraid.
Do they have to give me a receipt for VAT purposes?
You haven't paid
I
them
have
because
paid.
they haven't accepted the tender.
I have paid. They had it in their hand. They threw it back in the car.
Okay, but they
You
haven't
witnessed
accepted,
they threw it back in
haven't
the...
accepted the tender, so therefore there isn't a
But
payment.
it's for, as I said to you earlier, the Queen said that
I
these...
understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
and you've obviously done your research.
Yeah.
What they're saying is it's not a acceptable form of tender. They're not accepting it, therefore the debt hasn't been paid.
But you're an
hence
officer of the
why-
law, aren't you? You're a sergeant or just a PC?
PC. Hence
Yeah.
why they've given you this, because they want you to pay in another acceptable form of tender.
So what do you think, if they said that they didn't want to accept a £50 note and threw the £50 notes back in, yeah, and then gave me that, would you think that's reasonable?
Well, you
Or £20
have to
notes.
offer another form of payment. If
No, if they,
what you're offering is not acceptable,
Okay, so say
they're entitled
I-
to ask for another.
Okay, so say I had 50s and £20 notes, okay, and I went in there to pay them, and they said, oh, sorry, we don't accept those, right? Yeah, but even though this is theoretical, yeah, we don't accept those, and I say, well, I've paid, and I've left the money on the counter, and they came in and threw them back in the car, would you still be saying that it's up to me to pay in some other way?
But they just said that's an acceptable form of tender.
Yeah, but it's not down to them as to whether it's acceptable or not, it's down to the state.
They don't deem that acceptable.
It's down to the state, it's not for
Okay,
them to
right.
choose.
Well, they've served you with this. They
I
haven't
don't-
accepted payment.
I don't want that, that's nothing to do with me.
Right, okay, well, you've seen it. She's shown you it,
Yep.
okay?
I don't know what it is, I don't even know what it is. What is it?
It's
I haven't
because you-
signed
it's-
any. What is it? A no means to pay form or something like that? Why? How did they get my details? Did you give them my details?
Because you've given me your details.
Right, that's against the law. It's a breach of my personal data. You should not have
You
done
haven't
that.
paid.
You have not. You should not
haven't
have done
paid.
that.
You haven't paid.
You know that. You should not have done that.
You haven't paid,
I have
so
paid.
they can take.
I
And that's the shocking finale. The officer allegedly hands over the man's personal details to a private company. If true, that's a potential Data Protection Act breach. What started as a payment dispute ended in a privacy violation bombshell. So, was the officer in the right, or did this turn into a legal train wreck? Why?
have paid. No,
Right,
you've
okay.
given them my details,
Are
and
you accepting this?
you've given them.
Are
My,
you-
I'll be lodging a complaint about this.
Okay,
You know
are
you're
you
going to be in
accepting-
trouble for
are
that,
you
don't you?
accepting the details?
No.
You're not.
You know that you're going to be in trouble for that, don't you? Because you're not allowed to give them my personal details. Well, there you have it, guys. Breach of my data. Police giving private corporation my details. They threw the money back in the car. We'll be lodging a complaint with 101, I think, straight away.